The Habibi gang, running up the chat, make the place go bang. No.
Habibi Gang,
What's up, guys?
marketing promotions. I wasn't saying I'm smart, I'm saying look here. Okay,
Well,
y'all,
you
welcome. Choose one of them. We are welcome to the Thursday Classics. If you are new to the channel,
We do it. This is Batush. I'm Nonna, and we do it only on Thursdays.
We
the
do?
classics.
we do it only on Thursdays.
Yes, the classics. In reference, in context.
Yes.
Always speak in context.
Yeah, we're married, so
We can do it anytime.
I was gonna say we do it only on Friday. Okay, so too much information. So we are doing something. Actually, we find it interesting before we even start with it because we haven't heard it. We don't know about it. All we know is that this is a song by the Beatles called "Help," and it was released. What was the date? 1965, if I'm not mistaken. We looked up that much at least. Yes, 1965. Because the main reason we looked up it because we understood it was covered also by Deep Purple, a band we are starting to get familiar with
Yes.
because we have done few reactions, by the way, on the channel, and also we've gone and saw them live
Yes, yes.
last year.
Yes.
Yes, end of last year. And the interesting part, at least to me, is that this was covered or released by Deep Purple on their first album, on their debut album, in 1968, which is very interesting to release that as part of your album, first debut album, a cover of a band which is your contemporary art. Like these are your peers, basically. And the other interesting thing is which we saw from just the thumbnails of the YouTube video is the length of that damn cover. It's twice the length of this one.
So we're excited.
We are very excited and very, very intrigued.
Yes.
And before we proceed with the music reaction, if this is your first time, hopefully it's not your last. And a couple of things quickly, we are gonna do 2 in 1. If YouTube decides to disallow one of these two, it's gonna go.
On Patreon, it's going to live there for free, so you can go
Entirely
there
free.
and check it out.
We also go on Twitch. Check us out. Come say hello. We check out all kinds of requests, all kind of music over there. It's an interaction that we keep doing every Friday, just like. Okay, so let's go. We'll start with obviously the OG version, which is the Beatles' "Help," but this is the remastered one, and I believe this is the music video.
Okay.
No idea if this is the actual live performance. Before you ask me, I'm just telling you.
I'm
I
not
have
gonna.
no idea.
Yes. Okay.
I need somebody help, not just anybody. You know I need someone. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured.
I like the bass line. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
But I have to say, it caught me a little off guard because it started like this, so it took me a while to get
We'll
into
go
it.
back and listen to it again
Yes,
from
please
the
do
beginning.
go back.
And keep an eye. I don't know their names, by the way, which is funny because I should be knowing their names. What's his name?
Just check it out.
Paul McCartney. I think.
That's him or
yes,
this?
no, this one. This one I know. I forgot his name right
I
now.
don't know all their names. Yes,
But this is
sorry, Sir Paul McCartney. Let's be
Sir.
clear.
Paul McCartney, and his name I forgot. But isn't he Yoko Ono's husband?
I really don't know, honey.
We heard a song by Yoko Ono, by the way.
Why?
Song.
Why?
Why was it? It's why?
It's called Why, and also
Yeah.
why did we hear it?
And the lyrics were just one word.
Why?
The song title.
Are you gonna check? Okay.
Yes. Let's start.
I need somebody help, not just anybody. You
John
know I
Lennon,
need
yes.
someone.
Okay, sorry. Just to say the names because it's not fair. Whoa.
Mhm.
So John Lennon, which is this dude. Then we have Sir Paul McCartney. Then George Harrison, who is the lead guitar, and Ringo Starr on the drums. The legend Ringo Starr.
See, I only know two, John Lennon and Paul McCartney. I don't know the other two names.
Oh, I didn't know that. Pete Best was the drummer before Ringo joined in 1960. I didn't even know they had another drummer before, but it looks like he wasn't there for a while. Could be.
That piece of wood that they're all sitting on
I
must
know.
be really uncomfortable.
Bruh, they had a lot of trust.
I need somebody help, not just anybody. You know, I need someone.
Why is he looking like that? The drummer.
I was younger, so much younger than today.
Oh, boom.
I never needed anybody's help in any way. Now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind and opened up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around.
Oh God, they're pushing it.
Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? Now my life.
The music video is funny.
I really
And they're
like
having
this.
fun.
Yes, they are. You know what's so funny here?
Everything.
Like
He's
if you-
holding the umbrella and just
exactly
sitting there.
because he's the drummer. They could have given him sticks to hold
Oh,
and
okay,
do
okay.
the air sticks,
Hold on.
air drumming thing, but they've given him an umbrella to hold. And poor guy, he's just like holding and
Hold
smiling
on.
and doesn't know
Hold
what
on.
to do.
A quick story time. And I promise you will
Uh-oh.
proceed.
Okay.
I used to play drums.
Yes.
Still do,
You used to too.
but I used to do.
If you know, you know.
Mitch Hedberg. So we recorded in the band that I played with, one of the bands at least, we recorded one original song, right? And we even shot the music video for it. One of the so we went to multiple locations, including.
Pause. Tell us if you want to see that music video.
Well, I wish I could see
will
it.
sneak it for you. And
No,
play
we don't have it.
No, you have it. You
No,
showed it to me.
I don't have the music video.
You're such a liar.
I don't have what you're talking about. We have music video.
Yeah,
That's
there's-
the live performance. What the hell are you
Whatever.
talking about?
It's a
No, that's
what I
different.
mean. It's a performance,
No,
nonetheless.
that is not that.
Okay.
That's the original song. You haven't seen it. I haven't seen it because we had issues. We have never had it released because we had a problem between us and the guy. One of the.
I remember the story.
the
Okay, go
studio
on,
guy.
go on.
All right. See, she dragged the story further than it's
Sorry,
supposed
sorry. Okay, but there's a live performance of his.
to. Yeah, but that we will never. It will never see the light because when I saw a snippet of it, my guts. Okay, back to the story very quickly. I'll make it short. So we went and we shot the music video for it. It's an instrumental song with some few lines. We shot it in multiple locations. One in Wadi Rum, which is like a desert location, plus multiple locations. One of them was Hard Rock Cafe.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Fancy.
back when it was open. So when we did the music video, everyone is holding their instruments and playing it. And they gave me the drumsticks. And there was one shot where the guitarist and the bassist are standing there, and I'm sitting on the drum on the stairs for a wide shot. And I'm looking and I'm like, and what am I supposed to do? So they gave me the sticks and they just hold them and sit. Like, I'm not gonna fucking hold them.
Why? I don't see
Just sit
anything
like that.
wrong
Everyone
with
is playing the instrument.
Just
I'm just
do
like,
the air sticks,
that's
air
even
drumming.
more stupid.
It's
And
not.
One of them said the same thing. One of them said, play the drums. Play the drums where?
In the air.
What the fuck? It's so stupid. It was so cringy. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna sit. One of them said, no. You just move your the sticks as if you're playing the actual drums in the air. I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing any of this. So, bottom line of this story is,
But you are
I understand the umbrella.
No, you don't. But you constantly are tapping on the table, when
Not
you're
for a
driving
music
on the
video.
steering wheel, you're banging, and if you can do that, then you can do the air sticks.
No, absolutely
How
not.
is that any different?
Because that's for a music video. This is for playing along. Like even here, you will see me doing some air
Okay,
drums. But
fine.
that's for.
I guess it's a drummer thing because I don't see anything wrong with that.
I never did
Because
it.
clearly
I
he
refuse.
could have also held, what's his name here? Ringo?
Ringo
He
Starr.
could have held the sticks as well and he didn't. So
Yeah, because it's very silly to just do this with the beat.
I don't see it silly, but it's less manly. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's not about really more manly to hold the umbrella. He chose the more manly option, clearly, yeah. So all he's doing is sitting, hold the umbrella, just doing this from the sides. Okay, we'll go back.
We'll go back, yes.
And now my has changed in so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. I know that I just need your light I never done before. Help me if you can.
You're gonna fall down.
To appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? When I was younger, so much younger than today.
He's about to cry.
He's so bored.
Help in any way. Now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I've changed my mind, I'll open up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me, help me, help me.
Did he just have a snack? Mid-video? Did he put something in his mouth?
Wait, what? I didn't see anything.
Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you
Where?
Wait.
please help me,
Oh, he
No, he
took
ate-
it.
yeah.
Oh. I really like this.
This was fun. I'm so surprised. Dude, I've avoided the Beatles my entire life.
Me too.
Don't even have a reason for that. I genuinely don't. I
Yeah.
can't even bullshit you and give you. I just thought for some whatever reason, it's not a music I would love. It's not a music that I would enjoy. That's it. Like literally, I thought, why waste time exploring or trying something that I know I will not enjoy? It's
Yeah.
just a judgmental thing. It's pretty much the same reason why, coincidentally, I've avoided Deep Purple. And then it became like the avoidance happened early on, right? And then I thought, I never thought back. It's not like I've constantly been offered or seek. It's just, it's one of these things that I've avoided once and I never looked back. So it's so interesting to me that you hear this now and I could not stop smiling.
Yeah. But I have a theory about that. Okay. Not just because I know you, but also in general, a theory. So,
You think you do?
okay, I'm going to let that go. So, because, you know, when you are young,
When I was younger than today?
when you are young, you kind of you don't want to tell people you're listening to the Beatles or Deep Purple. You don't want to. It's not about you want to be in with the crowd. You wanna go for Metallica. You like, which you did. Like, you didn't even do as much as Iron Maiden, right? But you just want to be.
No, that was never my
Cool.
no. That was not my reason. That was not my reason at all. Because I was in a company like bandmate. I meant to say, my friends, right? One of them used to be a huge Queens fan, and Queens, right? I never got into it. I never liked the stuff because to me it sounded like an older music. Iron Maiden, I liked few tracks. Now, later on, that expanded slightly more, but still, I'm not the biggest fan of Iron Maiden because of the main reason they are repetitive. That's how it was to me. Like they found a comfort zone and sat in it. I enjoyed bands that kept venturing and failing sometimes, and sometimes succeeding, sometimes trying something completely left field. I really enjoyed that. I like the experimentation because, like, you fuck it, try your luck, whatever.
Yeah, but also what I think is, like, you know, as you get older, and not just in age, but in experience of the music that you are listening to over the years, right? So you are an experienced listener. So as you get older, your mind kind of opens up a little bit more, and you start delving into a little bit of, you know, this and a little bit of that.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But also, I think for a while, I stuck to the more modern sound of distortion. I was very, very attracted to the heavy sound. And anything less than heavy, I would be kind of put off a little bit of it. So if I hear something like, even as far as Black Sabbath, right, which are of the founders of the heavy sound in the first place, to me that sound wasn't heavy enough. Not because of the riff, but because of the sound of the distortion. Because I started on a more modern type of metal. Anyways, this was interesting. That was fun.
Well, I thought I was gonna say about me, but if we can do that another time. I was gonna say about myself not listening to the Beatles. What was the reason behind that? But
Nobody cares.
exactly. So
Yeah.
let's just move
So
on
let's just
because
move on.
it's only Batouche.
It's only
so
about
it's
them.
only about Batouche.
Yeah.
So let's move.
Because
Coming back to this song, I really like.
wait. I'm hearing a comment saying, "But to shut the fuck up," and we need to hear from. Okay, so they need
No,
to. Hear
I'm
from,
not gonna say.
That's a comment.
I'm not gonna say
I
it
just
now.
got this now.
No, it's okay.
I don't want to, but
Maybe-
for the people.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We will do it next time. I will let you know next time why I never got
tried.
into the Beatles. Okay, but I'm coming back to this. I want to say, and I know I have said it before when we do the classics, is I really like in the 60s and the 70s how simple it was, you know? Like if you focus on the lyrics, the simplicity of the lyrics, right? And if you focus on the music video, it's gorgeous. It's black and white, but that in that time there was color, right? There was an option of color.
In life in general,
Yeah.
I think life
like
was
color.
black and
No, I mean color
Oh,
TV.
and I don't know. I think it's early 70s when it started.
Okay, whatever. Even the music video, it is so beautiful. Like if they're just sitting on a ledge of wood and they're just playing their instruments and they're just having fun. Everything about this was so simple, and I really love the simplistic side of it. Even the music, it's really beautiful.
Agree. The melody is nice. I
Mm.
like the melody. I'm just very curious to hear what Deep Purple did.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and check it out and see. These guys have turned it from 2.5 minutes to a 5.5. And it's live? Oh, it is live. So it is. We're doing one which says live for TV 1968.
Okay, I have a quick question before you start. Show it on the screen. So these guys, was Deep Purple like this, or are they imitating the Beatles being dressed and the hair and everything like
That's
this
the
here?
style of the era, isn't it?
I mean, I could be.
I remember seeing photos of my dad wearing these.
My dad also, yeah. And
Yeah.
the same haircut as well.
Exactly. That haircut was pretty much. I don't think I have my dad wore this.
My dad did.
He did?
The ruffles.
Was he
yes.
a vocalist also?
To us, he was.
Okay, so this is the original lineup. Let's go. Yeah, that's the drummer.
Just quickly look up the names, honey.
Yeah, I was about to do, but did he just held a yawn? It looked like he was yawning and holding it.
Because even Ian Gillan wasn't there at
No,
that
he
time.
wasn't.
It was Ian Pace, the
I
drummer.
think so. Yeah, yes.
When I was younger, so much younger than today, never needed anybody's help.
Oh, no. This is, oh, yeah, his name is Rod Evans. Rod
Evans.
Don't know why I did it. Richie Black, of course, on the guitar. John Lord still. Nick Simper on the bass. So that was that changed, right? Ian Pace remained.
Mm.
I actually recognized him, my God, from what we saw him live just last year. And this is the same song. It sounds nothing like that.
No.
That
But I
was
have
a
a feeling they will pick it up. Yeah.
This is sounding more somber.
When I was younger, so much younger than today, never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind and opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. I do appreciate your being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? And now my life has changed in oh so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. Now I know I need you like I've never done before.
Doesn't look like it's live. This is the second time I've noticed the vocals are not synced. So it looks like it's just a lip sync performance. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just noticed it here much more clearer than the first time. I didn't want to say anything then. However, that's besides the point. Yo, this is a whole different song.
It's a complete different vibe. In fact, I was expecting them to pick it up a little bit, but I think it looks like it's because we're already almost 2.5 minutes in.
Yes, but they have barely started in that sense.
Okay.
Because there was a minute of just the keyboards.
Okay.
But every now and then I feel so insecure. Now I know I need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. But I do appreciate your being round me. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me, my love? I need somebody, not just anybody. I need someone.
What's happening?
Won't you please
It's definitely not live.
help me?
His facial features remind me of Elvis. Not the voice, just the face.
I kept looking at the drummer, but he was not doing the same fills and the same playing. Actually, he was kind of improvising or not doing exactly what is as per the record. So that's why I'm saying it's 100%. And even I think even the organ or the keyboard is not really plugged in. Even the guitar. So they are just. I mean, that's established by now. But it's a whole different vibe. A whole different vibe.
But, yeah, okay.
Let the song finish. We'll share our thoughts.
Okay.
But I like when the guitars came in now. This. So young.
Yeah.
I like how the drums. I'm gonna rewind this a little bit because I like what the drums is doing here. He's doing dun 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 dun. So he's shifting when is the timing of the hit. Dun, 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 the guitar is doing. So the drums is hitting it at the first note and then shifting it to the second.
Okay.
Listen. See? Dun, dun. Now, alternate.
Oh, that's beautiful. Is it me or that drum kit looks really skinny?
I guess, but it's not abnormal.
Really? Hmm.
Okay, thoughts, which I already know, but thoughts.
Mm. You don't know, it wasn't. I prefer the Beatles.
That's what I'm saying. I knew you're gonna say that.
Like, okay, it's not about the happy vibe. They're two completely separate, different vibes, okay? But it's also about the music, the feel of the music. And I prefer the whole, as a whole package, I prefer the Beatles. Maybe it also could be because the audio in this one wasn't very clear.
No, I don't think so.
And it was the vocals that took the front and center, and the music was very, it played in the
Maybe.
background.
Like the mixing of the sound?
Yeah.
Maybe. That
But-
one was the remastered version also. So the audio will definitely miles better. That's remastered in 2015, bro. This is OG release. I just wonder if, like, I'm not entirely against your opinion. Like, my opinion is pretty much kind of the same. Like, I like some elements in here. So I'm not entirely dismissal of this. But I wonder if our opinion would have changed had we listened to the cover first.
Yes, I know. Well,
I
I don't think so. It would change much.
I don't know.
I don't think it would change
Let me
much.
just hear the first few seconds of the OG from the, not the live, but from the audio. If there's gonna be any difference. Damn, it
That
sounds
is
so
a
much
big
better.
difference.
Sounds so much better.
So I think we should take a listen to it, because we might change our opinion, because it's a completely different feel.
3 in 1?
I mean, I don't think we should do it here, but we should definitely check it out on our own.
Might as well. Let's finish with it. I will say bye. If somebody wants to stay and listen with us, let them listen with us. Y'all, if you've reached till here, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Do all these things that other YouTubers ask for. We are going to ask you nothing more, nothing less. But for us,
I think
it
it's
felt,
yeah.
it felt unfair. We like Deep Purple, man. So we feel it's not fair. We're going to go ahead and listen to it as it was intended to be listened to, which is from the original record. If this did not make it to YouTube, again, it's there over there on Patreon. Let's go. I like this. It's in the bass. Was this the opposite now?
I know the
The vocal-
vocals is taking a back seat, and the music is really.
He heard you. It's like, is this what you want? Fine, okay, I'll put the mic away.
Never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone.
He's here only. One channel.
Self-assured. Now I find I've changed my mind. Opened up the door. Help me if you can. I'm feeling down. But I do appreciate your being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? And now my life has changed in oh so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. Now I know I need your light.
I'm really troubled by the fact that his voice is only
Is
on one
only
channel.
here, yeah.
If you do this, you will not hear vocals. I don't know why. I want to look like this.
Actually, you won't.
I feel like I keep doing this to pay attention.
My love.
Ooh. Wow.
I'm liking the bass.
Please help me, my love. Help me, baby. Help me.
I really like what the drummer is doing. The guitar work is beautiful. Definitely better quality than what we saw.
Yes. But I still prefer the Beatles.
Yeah, I do prefer them. But now the gap between them is less.
Yes. See, the music wise, this one that we heard, like I appreciated the music in this one than the so called live that we saw of the Deep Purple, right? But even the singing over here, like I feel like he's singing too slow for my taste. Like I want to tell him to come on, dude, speed it up a little bit. Like I understand, like, you know,
My love.
yeah, I get it. But come on, just maybe, you know, just a little bit faster.
Maybe that was his style. We don't know.
Maybe it was.
We don't
Maybe
know.
see again, this is a different vibe, but I prefer the
I do prefer. I'm not arguing. I'm saying also my preferences are in line. Like that one, not just because of the vibe and the mood, but just it felt better. But to their benefit, this did not feel like it got dragged or it was too extended. Though it was double the, so it felt like it was paced differently.
But did it really need to be 6 minutes? Like
Yes,
it was.
I actually like the instrumentals in here because there's a guitar solo. There's
No,
a
you like the
keyboards.
instrumentals, yes, of course. I liked them also, but did they really need to be like 6 minutes?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, because they've added a guitar solo. There is a drum solo, not drum solo, but there's a guitar solo and there is an organ solo in there. So these will add to the overall. I liked this, but definitely prefer the Beatles,
100%. I prefer the Beatles.
which is very strange to me because I was 100% sure I will prefer the cover.
I think it's the expectation also, right?
No, because that's what we know because we don't know much about the Beatles. We've only heard a couple of tracks, literally. But we've seen live performances of Deep Purple and they blew our
Exactly. That's why
minds.
from those expectations, it was a little underwhelming for us. At least for me, it was.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't call it underwhelming. It's just I'm just surprised that I like the Beatles more. That's it. Anyways, now we are doing what you're calling them, which is dragging. Now we're dragging the reaction. So let's cut it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you've reached till here,
Hashtag THG.
much love to you. This is the Habibi Gang and hope to see you next time. Come again next week on Thursdays if you enjoy the classics and we'll hopefully be doing something different next week.
Yes.
Much love to you and yours, y'all. See you next
See you
time.
guys.
The Habibi gang, running up the chat, make the place go bang. No ghosting round, we turning up loud. One big fam, yeah, we make you proud. The Habibi gang, we vibe so sweet.